So. Lässt der nette Polizist uns jetzt rein? Oder will er uns wieder umbringen?
Got a second, officer? What can I do you for?
Detective Mosely?
I'm here to see Detective Mosely. He's in his office. Go on back.
Okay. So. Ah ja.
Mosely, my man.
Knight, come on in.
Schauen wir uns erstmal ein bisschen um.
Logs of unsolved cases, perhaps? Mosely must have 1,000,000 of them.
Oh je.
That's funny. That window's a mirror on the other side. Logs of unsolved cases, perhaps?
Okay, das hatten wir schon.
Nice polyester. Looks like something Mosely keeps around for formal occasions. Art prints of the mall variety. Mosely's bookcase holds old magazines and binders. Mosely's bookcase holds old magazines.
Ja, das kennen wir schon.
Mosely's office looks a lot like his room at college.
So, also die kennen sich aus dem College, ja?
Police department memos and other didactic blurbs. A microwave. If Gabriel knows Mosely, it's used exclusively for frozen corn dogs.
I.
Logs of unsolved cases.
Okay, das kennen
Logs
wir.
of
Das kennen wir auch. Ja, viele Cases, die hier rumliegen vom Herrn Mosely. Dann fragen wir ihn doch mal aus.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Was kannst du mir über Voodoo
What can
sagen?
you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
Da frage ich mich ja glatt, welche Experten er gefragt hat.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I told you, don't worry about that part of it. It's all faked.
Und die Morde?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Weißt du was über die
Do you
Mörder?
know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be. But we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
Ja, warum haben wir eigentlich an dem Lake da nichts gefunden, also Fußspuren etc.? Ich meine, bei 20 Leuten, die da beteiligt sein sollen, haben wir nichts gefunden, obwohl da Tonerde ist und
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the Voodoo murders case. Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The MO was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
hast du irgendwelche Indizien?
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur?
Beschreib mir die Tatorte.
Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
Gerichtsmediziner, was hat er
What's the
denn
coroner
gesagt?
say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Oh, lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
Warte mal, wellenförmiger Dolch. Da hatten wir nicht? Wo war das denn? Das hatten wir doch gesehen. War das nicht in dem Voodoo-Museum? Gab es Zeugen?
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Was weißt du über die Opfer?
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Okay.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
Sure, no problem.
Ja gut, New
What can
Orleans
you
wird
tell me
wohl
about New
uninteressant
Orleans?
sein.
You and me grew up together. You tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see. You know, the quarter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but hell, I've never known anything else.
Schlangen wird wohl auch nichts bringen.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is I don't like them.
Sehr hilfreich. Johannesnacht.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
Cabri Saint-Cor.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Cor means?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
Oh, Schattenjäger, da wird er auch nichts von wissen.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No. Ha! Is that anything like a Chuck Yeager?
I don't think there's any relation.
Er selbst?
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what do you want to know?
Da bist du gern bei der Polizei.
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
Pläne für die Zukunft?
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police of New Orleans someday. I already know the mayor, and my record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
Hobbys?
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
Wie läuft's zu Hause?
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some frickin' salt? Well, you know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that.
Irgendwas.
Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? We used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Ms. McKelly? You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something. Then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch your soaps.
Yep. And it was a great way to pick up women in the library. Oh, those were the days.
Merkwürdig.
Just tell me anything at all.
You know, my doctor told me I've got a little family of ulcers starting. I wish this case would end so I could get some rest for a change.
Oha. Vergiss
Oh,
es.
nothing. Never mind.
It's your dime.
Stand der
What's the
Ermittlungen.
status on the Voodoo murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
Naja, inwiefern ist es denn
What's the
merkwürdig?
status on the Voodoo murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
How
Kaffee?
about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So, I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
Erstmal einen ordentlichen Kaffee.
Don't touch anything while I'm gone.
Natürlich nicht. So, jetzt schnell das Büro leer räumen.
Gabriel doesn't see anything of interest there.
Sind hier nicht irgendwo
Gabriel
Fallakten?
doesn't see anything of interest there.
Irgendwas über die Voodoo-Morde. Ach, da kommt das schon wieder. Verdammt war der schnell.
Here, drink it.
Thanks.
Jetzt trinkt er den noch nicht mehr. Warte mal, kann ich den jetzt einpacken?
The coffee cup is empty.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Fotos?
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
Ein Bulle-Autor-Foto wäre sicher nett.
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. Now I'll call the police photographer. Franks, come here a minute, would you? And bring your camera.
Oh, Mosely, geh bloß nicht zu schnell.
What did you need, Detective Mosely?
Ein Foto,
We need a
bitte.
picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
Say, chintzy. Was there anything else, Knight?
Noch eins machen. Ich schaue schnell nach meiner Frisur. Wer ist man von mir und Officer Franks? Frisur.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Jetzt?
It's
Kann ich hier
an
irgendwas machen?
It's a file cabinet.
Oh, warte mal, Aktenschrank. Ist da was über den
Gabriel
Fall?
wouldn't be allowed to access that file cabinet.
Ja, aber es schaut auch gerade
There's
niemand,
no
oder?
reason to do that with the file cabinet.
Okay.
There's a photocopy machine in the office area. Gabriel scans the bulletin board and sees a lot of bad photographs and worse writing.
Kann ich mir da was
Gabriel
mitnehmen?
cannot see any way to pick that up.
Nee.
There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosely's office. It's in a locked cage. They must be concerned about the budget.
Naja, jetzt rausgehen würde nichts bringen. Mit dem reden bringt wohl auch nichts. Kann ich hier irgendwie nach rechts vielleicht? Oder, naja, da kann ich auch nicht. Ne, dann gehe ich erstmal wieder zurück.
Would you just get in here? Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah,
Oh.
sure.
Ei, ei, ei. Was kannst du mir denn noch
Can
erzählen?
I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Also, Fotos, Muster um die Körper.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those little marks around them. We got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Hm? Was ist denn mit den anderen 6 Mustern?
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Ja, beleidigen wird wohl nichts bringen, oder?
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
Ja. Ja, erstmal Ende. So, dann rede ich mal mit der Officer Franks. Upp.
Can I ask you a few questions, ma'am?
I'm sorry, sir, but I really have to finish these reports.
Okay, Ausrufezeichen.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Ja, die Akten.
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo murders file? Detective Mosely said I could see it.
Really? Well, if he said so. There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
Ja, aber wie will ich das dann sonst in meinem Buch veröffentlichen, wenn ich das nicht? Naja, erstmal anschauen. Okay, Beweis, no, Willi.
The police file contains partial patterns from the first 6 voodoo murders.
Kann ich denn so schlau wie ich bin das mit dem Skizzenbuch hier
Those
abzeichnen?
two objects would have no effect on each other.
Warum nicht? Na, das bringt nichts. Wenn ich jetzt trotzdem einfach mal versuche...
I told you, you can't photocopy
Ja.
official police files.
Entschuldigen Sie bitte, Officer.
Sorry, I forgot.
Tja. Da
I'm
fällt mir
done.
was ein.
Yeah, thanks.
Sie war doch auch diejenige, die das Foto gemacht hat. Mal schauen, ob das geht. Also dann logge ich sie hier rein, lass das Foto machen, sage ich, lass mir die Haare machen, gehe raus. Na ja gut, dann hätte ich die Akte. Ich weiß nicht, kann ich dann mit der... Na, das muss ich gleich mal
Can
ausprobieren,
I
ob
ask
das
you about
überhaupt
some
geht.
stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Wo war das jetzt? Fotos?
I got those photographs you left for me.
So you said. Did you think of any other shots for the book?
Let's take another cop author shot.
What for?
I don't think we got your best side.
Really? Okay. I'll have Franks come in again.
Ja, bitte.
Franks, come back in here with that camera.
Now what, sir?
That clown wants another picture. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. What else could I possibly have to do?
Ah.
Anything else, Knight?
Ja, warte mal eben, meine Haare, die sind irgendwie...
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Ich werde mich beeilen. So, die Akte liegt da noch, das ist sehr schön.
Let me see that file again.
So. Ja, jetzt einfach rausgehen, das wäre wohl zu auffällig. Aber es schaut ja jetzt gerade niemand zu dem Kopierer.
Just want to check this machine here.
Ja, das ist auch gar nicht auffällig, Herr Knight. Jetzt mach schon. Schnell, bevor der sich umdreht. Der kriegt nichts mit, ey, hier. Gar nichts. Wahnsinn. Gut, die Kopie haben wir jetzt. Ja, sehr schön. Dann wieder ins Büro.
Would you just get in here?
Ich bin doch schon da.
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
So. Ich denke mal, die Dialoge haben
Can I
wir ja
ask
wohl
you about
durch
some
mit ihm.
stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Da ist auch nichts Neues dazugekommen. Nee. Na gut. Dann denke ich mal, sind wir mit Mosely durch. Was haben wir denn jetzt alles? Wir haben die Zeichnung, wir haben das, wir haben das. Kann ich jetzt da... Und das bringt nichts, oder? Das
Those
damit
two
kombinieren?
objects would have no effect on...
Okay.
Those two
Kann man das irgendwie
objects would have no
zusammenzeichnen, dass
effect
man
on
da...
each other.
Nein.
Those two...
Ja. Nee, ich dachte, dass man vielleicht irgendwie das zusammensetzen kann, dass das ein Bild
I'll let
ergibt.
you get back to it.
Have a good one.
Weil so wie das aussieht, hier sind das ja
Gabriel has a photo.
Nee. Einzelne Zeichen, die man eventuell irgendwie kombinieren kann. Wobei es könnten auch irgendwie Buchstaben. Ich weiß noch nicht. So. Dann. Ja, dann können wir eigentlich, sind wir hier durch bei der Polizei, nicht? Dann schauen wir uns noch mal ein bisschen um. Und tschüss. So, wo waren wir denn noch gar nicht? Die haben wir alle durch. Also im Napoleon-Haus waren wir noch nicht so wirklich und hier waren wir auch noch nicht so richtig. Dann gehen wir erstmal zum Napoleon-Haus.
Several fine old oils line the walls of the bar. A small table, recently deserted, holds the remains of someone's dream.
Yo, Hackabud.
An unhappy-looking man explores the dangers of drinking alone. A sharp-eyed gentleman in a grey sports coat hunches over a chessboard, chuckling to himself. A man in a loud tie stares morosely at a chessboard. A young man is deep into conversation with his girlfriend and feeling no pain. A young woman is enjoying drinks with her boyfriend.
Kinda cute. Nah.
It's a bust of Napoleon. How apropos. Several fine old oils line the walls of the bar. The bar is a 19th century antique in lovingly polished walnut.
Oh, schön. So, kann ich hier mit jemandem reden?
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax, friend. Buzz off.
Right. Sorry.
Okay, entschuldigen Sie bitte.
Sorry to bother you, but could I ask you a few questions?
I'm not the chatty type, am I, Sam?
No, you bastard, you're not.
Besides, I'm busy sucking poor old Sam dry. Go bug someone else.
Ah, you're a real sweetheart, Marcus, you bastard.
Ja, die scheinen sich wohl sehr gern zu haben.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter.
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace, would you?
Na gut.
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm trying to be with my lady here, pal.
Far be it from me to stand in the way of romance. Can I ask you some questions?
Sure. You want to know my sign?
On second thought, I don't think you could help. Forget it.
Ja gut, die sind wohl nicht so gesprächig. Naja, dann sprechen wir mal mit dem Barkeeper.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
Okay, Voodoo-Morde.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
Und sonst?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
They say a lot of voodoo stuff is found near the bodies.
Was kannst du mir über New Orleans sagen?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
Schlangen?
Do you know anything about snakes?
What about them?
Oh, just anything.
Man, you ask the weirdest questions. I don't know anything about snakes.
Ja, das muss ich auch mal ernsthaft zugeben. Also Gabriel stellt wirklich sehr merkwürdige Fragen.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
Ja, Cabrice.
Does the phrase Cabrice encore mean anything to you?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh, then I probably don't know anything about it.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
Never heard of it.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
Aha. Die anderen Gäste?
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
See those old guys at the chess table? That's Sam and Marcus. They played every day for 20 years. Sam, the one with the purple jacket, he's lost every one of those games. It's not that he's a bad player. I've seen him beat guys twice as good as Marcus. But Marcus has Sam so psyched out, he loses his nerve every time. By the way, Sam, the chess player, he's into that voodoo stuff. He's always talking about spells and gree-gree and stuff.
Really? Thanks.
Also ist dieser Sam schon mal sehr verdächtig.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say, enough already.
Sounds like my life.
Vielleicht ist das ja ein Voodoo-Musiker.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
Well, about 50 years ago, Sam was too shy to talk to this pretty girl he was in love with. He went to a voodooine and had her make him a love charm. It was a little pouch that he had to bury under the girl's front porch. Well, he buried the pouch, and the next day he went up and talked to the girl, and sure enough, she didn't reject him. Now she's his wife. Poor guy.
Also dieser Sam ist ja ziemlich verdächtig, also. So, sonst hat er anscheinend nichts mehr zu erzählen, also er kommt mir komplett unbescholten vor. Der hat wohl wirklich nichts mit Voodoo zu tun. So, Sam war ja eher hier, nicht?
A man in a loud tie stares more.
Müsste.
Come on! Shut up! You are a fungus.
Nothing like a good game of chess, huh?
Yeah, well, this isn't a good game. This is torture.
Oh, well. Have fun. What do you guys do when you're not playing chess?
I used to be a jeweler. Marcus here was a butcher. Come to think of it, he still is. Now we just sit here and play chess all day. Actually, Marcus plays. I just sit here and let him win.
You come here a lot, don't you?
Every ever-loving day of my life for 20 years.
Okay.
Come on!
Da
Come
komme
on!
ich wohl
I'm
gerade
going
nicht
fungus
weiter.
already. Shut up! You are a fungus.
A street drummer has found a spot outside the Napoleon House.
Kann ich mit ihm reden?
Gabriel cannot do anything with the drummer on the street.
Okay. Gut.